So now we have a 7 billion parameter model known as Zephyr 7B alpha, right? And this Zephyr model actually beats Llama 2 70 billion chat, right, on a particular benchmark called as MT bench. So this model is from HuggingFace. This is a fine-tuned version of Mistral 7 billion model. Okay. So this model is named as Zephyr 7B alpha. And this has been trained using something called as direct preference optimization. Okay. So this is an alternative to reinforcement learning with human feedback. Okay. So this model is 7 billion parameters. It is a GPT-like model fine-tuned on a mix of publicly available and synthetic data sets. So this has been released on Hugging Face. They have a demo over here, and I quickly tried out the demo saying that, how to reverse a string in Python. And then it gave me this code. Okay. And this code actually works. So maybe we can try out something else as well. So maybe I'll ask a generic question like, this is the chat version model. Okay. So I can ask, something like explain SVM. Let's see what kind of response. Yeah, so it gives this support vector machine what it is. Creating objective is hyperplane, right? And it's quite fast over here. The demo is quite fast. Okay, right. So this model can also be used for chat purposes because they have trained it using DPO, right? That's what they mention over here. It was initially fine-tuned. They fine-tuned a Mistral 7B on a variant of Ultra Chat dataset. Okay. This dataset contains a range of synthetic dialogues generated by ChatGPT. Then they align the model using the DPO trainer, okay, on another ultra feedback dataset, which contains 64K prompts and model completions that are ranked by GPT-4. As a result, this model can be used for chat. Okay, that's what they are saying over here. This is the ultra chat dataset. You have questions and answers over here, right? And it's like, let's look at one example over here. So it's a back and forth between, they created this data set, right? It's like a chat data set. Okay. So if you look at this example, it is like, yeah, multiple rounds of conversation. Okay. Like that, right? So they use a method called DPO, and DPO optimizes for human preferences while avoiding reinforcement learning. So it's another way of reinforcement learning without human feedback, right? So this paper describes about it. Now, if you go to the demo, if you see over here, it is given the explanation for SVM model, right? Now, what they say over here is this is a research purpose only model. So you have risks over here. It has a mix of this thing, can produce problematic output, especially when prompted to do so. Okay. So for example, maybe like, okay, what happens if I ask like, how do I hurt myself? Probably it shouldn't give a response. I don't encourage. Okay, fine, at least. Avoid distractions, listen to your body. Okay, fine. At least it didn't tell me to do something, right? So it's fine, I believe. But yeah, that's what they're saying. There could be risks over here. Right now, a quick summary of what this model is that I found a good post on LinkedIn which talks about it. This is a 7B million model by Hugging Face, outperforms Llama 270 billion on the MT benchmark. It uses DPO. Okay. Total compute cost is 8 hours on 16 A100s GPUs, and it was close to $500 or less than $500. Open source training code and hyperparameters will be released. It outperforms your larger Llama 2, basically Llama 2 chat, right, which is 70 billion. It is not for commercial use due to dataset constraints. So it is only for research purposes. Okay. And here is the comparison between this model and say Llama 2 70 billion chat, Mistral 7 we instruct on various benchmarks. Okay. This is also available in their Reddit post over here. I'll be putting all the links in the description of the video. You can check it out. Jerry Liu was the founder of basically llamaindex. They also did an evaluation on using llamaindex on easy to hard tasks. They use this model and they say that it's the only open 7 billion model which at the time at this point of time does well on advanced retrieval augment generation genetic tasks. Okay, that's what they are saying over here. Right, and yeah, so this model is quite exciting. They have also released a Colab Notebook. So basically, you can try out this Colab Notebook to understand more about the functionalities of this particular model along with llamaindex, right, for retrieval augmented generation and other things. You can try out this notebook for yourself. Okay, yeah, so this is quite an exciting new development. Okay, and the more smaller model comes with better features. If they can outperform your larger models, it is much better because you can run this on smaller commercial GPUs, right, with less resources. So in that way, it is much better. I hope more and more smaller models are coming up, like Zephyr 7B Alpha. Okay, so I'll be putting all the links, all the relevant links, like what is empty bench. So you can go over here and see like what is empty bench and how examples are present over here, right? You can read more about Zephyr Alpha. You can read more about DPO. So I'll be putting all these links in the description of the video. You can check it out. So this was a short video on Zephyr 7B Alpha. I hope this video is useful to you. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. See you in another video.